Aria the Masterpiece Volume 2 Review. Please note that this review contains spoilers for Aria the Masterpiece Volume 2. Aria the Masterpiece is a manga series by Kosoi Awano which tells the story of Akari Mitsunashi, a young woman who is training as an apprentice gondolier, referred to as Undines, in the city of Neo Venetia, which is covered in vast oceans. The narrative itself takes place in the 24th century, with Neo Venetia being a city on the planet Aqua, formerly known as Mars. Neo Venetia is also based on Venice, as seen during the architectural style being a harbor city with narrow canals, aplenty of reelings, and gondolas for travel. The second volume continues the story of main protagonist, Akari, an apprentice gondolier who is working her way towards becoming a full-fledged prima. In the first volume, Akari began integrating herself with her employer, the Aria Company, with her mentor figure Alicia Florence, and Rotten Cat Company president Aria Pocoteng, and also passed a secret test, leading to being promoted from a pair to a single, showcasing her growth as an Undine. The volume begins with Autumn falling in Neo Venetia, and Akari assisted an elderly gentleman from Manholm, who is looking for his lost daughter and her husband. Akari, having become more confident, puts him around both the search and sightsee, breaking down his stubborn exterior and providing an experience to remember. I'll visit the autumn leaves fall, providing quiet the atmosphere. We also get to catch up with supporting characters in Aika, a member of the Himi Company, who became Akari's first and best friend in Neo Venetia. The duo are tasked with cleaning the gondolas and, despite trying to put on a serious front of her idol, Alicia, Aika soon gives in to the fun side of getting the job done. Another returning face is Akatsuki, who was previously introduced as the impatient, impromptu salamander. Those who help maintain Aqua's climate via floating buildings that are above Neo Venetia. With this is Akari with the nickname Sideburns. It was her very first customer as a pair. The two end up at the same location with the meeting separate friends, only for Akatsuki to be late. He asks Akari to give him a tour of the local area and ends up being shown various statues and monuments, revealing a less serious and slightly goofy side, possibly hinting at a crush on Akari, remains humorously obvious. This adds a nice bit of depth to his character, and shows how Akari's positive aura rubs off others. Volume 2 also introduces a new character, Albert Alpit, a gnome, a term referring to those who work underground regulating Aqua's gravity, so that this is the same as Manholm's, who, despite looking young due to the stronger gravity underground, is actually several years older than Akari Aika. A highlight for Volume 2 features another fantastical happening within the setting of Neo Venetia, as a visit to a shrine island to pay tribute to its fox deity results in Akari becoming separated and doing what she was warned not to, following the fox spirit. The chapter ends with Akari returning to the real world, and the happenings tie into the ending nicely, making for an effective, self-contained storyline. The final two chapters are also quite memorable and cap up the volume nicely, only to the featuring of a New Year's Eve celebration, which is introduced to both the reader and Akari, not only those supporting characters, but supporting Irene together, but it also ties back into a chapter from Volume 1, when Akari and Aika found themselves in the Kingdom of Cats. Further suggesting that Akari has a higher spiritual connection that she realizes. Translation for Aria the Masterpiece for Tokipop has once again been carried out by Altia and Atina Nibley, who do a solid job of preserving both the main character's personality and the various explanations of the story and its lore. It also again worth noting that Aria the Masterpiece was recently reprinted, possibly for the final time, video commissioned by Right Stop based on demand by those who were reading missing volumes or wanted to have the entire story in their library. This is how the volume was obtained for review. Overall, Aria the Masterpiece Volume 2 is a wonderful continuation of Akari's story, as she continues to develop her skills as an Undine, as she forms new friendships and grows further accustomed to the world of Neo Venetia and its fantastical aspects. 8 out of 10.